Hi friends, in previous video we have discussed about whole numbers and integers, right? There we have uh, discussed about whole numbers, the digits which are starting from 1 and which are going up to infinity, that is called whole numbers, right? And the smallest digit is 0. And we have discussed about integers. Integers are nothing but the combination of all the positive natural numbers, negative of natural numbers, and including 0. This is called integer set, right? And whole numbers we have denoted it by W. Integers we can denote it by capital Z or capital I, right? This is what we have seen in previous video. Now we will see some of the properties, 2 to 3 properties of these integers. Okay, so first one is additive identity property. Okay, what is additive identity means 0. Okay, 0, that means if you add 0 to any integer, you can take any integer. In this example I am taking 1. Okay, in place of 1 you can take 2, 3, -1, -2, anything. So if you are taking any integer and adding 0 to it, will always give you the same number, right? So you can add 1 plus 0, it will give 1, or you can add 0 plus 1, it will give 1. So here 0 is the additive identity of this integer. Clear? So that's why in general we can write a plus 0 is equals to 0 plus a is equals to a. This is the additive identity property. Clear? This is the additive identity property. That means if you are adding 0 to any integer, it always gives the same integer. So that is the additive identity property. And what is the additive identity here? It is 0. Clear? So in the similar manner we will see one more property, that is additive inverse. Now additive inverse is nothing but minus a. If you are taking a as any integer, then minus a is the additive inverse of that particular integer. Suppose if I am taking 1, this -1 is the inverse of 1, right? So we are adding it, so that's why we are doing additive inverse. So 1 plus of -1 will give you 0. So in the similar manner 2 plus of -2 will give you 0, or -2 of plus 2 will give you 0, right? So here any integer, suppose any integer if you consider, that is a, the inverse of that integer, if you add these two, always the sum will be 0. Clear? So that's why this minus a is the additive inverse of the integer a. Clear? So this is what the additive inverse property. So one more property is multiplicative identity. Okay, multiplicative identity. Suppose if you take any number and if you multiply it by 1, always you will get that number only, right? So this one here is called multiplicative identity. Okay, so that's why 1, that means a, any integer you take, if you multiply by 1, always it gets a only. Okay, in the similar manner 1 into a is also a. This is of multiplicative identity. This is the general definition of multiplicative identity, and this is the general definition of additive inverse. Okay, a plus of minus a or minus a plus a is equals to 0. Okay, and this is the general form of additive identity. A plus 0 equal to 0 plus a equal to a. Clear all of you? These are the 3 properties. I think you understood. Okay, if you have any doubts, just comment it out. I will try to clarify that doubts. Okay, thank you.